Silver, it's a little while back there. I forget who, maybe it was on your channel, but somebody said that this other analyst, he said, like this was back over 2 months ago. I'll show you the charts, guys. That silver was going to be at $40 in August or before August. And whenever I hear something like that, well, I have to pop up the chart to see if it's like technically possible. What are the probabilities of reaching that? So that's where my little silver saga started recently. I'll share my Twitter feed, and this is the okay. So here's the post I did back when I heard this. This person asked, I forget who it was there, but whoever it is. So I looked at the silver chart back then, and I started doing some TA on it. So the price was around here, and this person said we're gonna reach 40 by August. All right. So okay, first thing, you guys, you mark up a line where August is, and then you start looking at the TA. Am I doing higher lows? Am I doing higher highs? Okay, good. We have an uptrend. So now I could have extended this line there. You don't see it. I'll show you a chart for further along there. That there's actually another touch point much lower from this huge low down here. There's a touch point. So we have a valid rising trend line. And I said, yeah, why not $40? As long as the price keeps going up, whether it's exploding powerfully and then consolidating sideways, as long as it's staying above this angled trend line, it's mathematical, right? It's like that's the trend, that's where it's going. So let's see where that plays out. So that was back, and then I kept doing updates. That's an 8-hour candle chart, so it's pretty fast. And then I just kept doing updates on that, and finally, back in well, okay, I'll show you this one here. So here's the longer term picture, right? It kept going up, then went sideways, and I just identifying those consolidation periods. And I said, as long as it bounced here to perfection on that line, like just
Yep.
a miracle. It then bang bang, so that's fine. And now I did an update of this maybe 2, 3, 4 days ago or 5 days, whenever this broke, and I said, okay, that's it, guys. Even here, I noticed that we were losing rising momentum. Oh man, we got so close. Oh, it's like everybody, I think we were looking at their screens, right? What was it? 39.50, something like that. There it was very close. Then we
Yeah.
lost rising momentum. So I told people, well, you're losing rising momentum. So that's the start of a correction. And this is the way I see charts. And to protect myself, instead of always FOMOing, Andy, and it's a good exercise. Maybe your viewers or anybody looking at charts, always tell yourself, all important market tops start with innocent looking bullish corrections that fail. You got to put that in your mindset, or else you're always expecting a bullish, it's a bullish flag, it's a bullish pennant. But they're only bullish if they break out. If they don't break
Right.
out, then they're actually the top, right? And then it fails. So all these are bullish. That's why you identify a continuation breakout line. If it breaks out, great. It's that has broken out. Then you get a measured move. It goes up. Here's another one I didn't identify here. Here's a big one. It broke out. Fine. You get a move. Even here, that looked bullish here, like, like some type of flag, but it didn't break out to the upside, guys. So that was it. And then it cascaded down, and then we closed below this rising support line. So now we lost more rising momentum. And today, I think, well, let's do a review for your members there. So we did not reach 40 by August. It was possible, but it's got pretty close there. And here we are today. I'll do the 8-hour chart, just like so. Here we had that rising support line that failed. So when I see that, there's no there's no continuation breakout pattern yet. I'm not quite sure where it is. Here there is a that descending. So the upwards momentum as defined by that line broke down. So that's done. Now we had descending momentum that has broken upwards. So what's essentially happening is the price is going sideways for now, right? So a bigger pattern's morphing into existence. What will it look like? I have a wall here from 30, maybe 30, 50 right here. Just gonna make that bigger for your viewers. So I have a wall here. I can't get bullish. Well, I am long-term bullish silver. I'll show you the long-term chart, guys. So this is like, we're just having fun on the shorter term time frame. But the shorter term, before that longer term uptrend continues, this has to resolve bullishly. And I have a wall here, previous resistance, now support, resistance. So until we close above 3850, there's some type of pattern here, a bigger pattern that's going to morph into existence. That's actually a bullish descending expanding wedge, but it could also be a top. It's only once it closes above whatever line is going to morph into existence here. I'm just going to do a little pathway just to show you guys, what could possibly happen here. Always imagine, draw those roadmaps. Maybe something like this is going to happen here. And then after that, it breaks out, either retest of that rising trend line or we're off to the races. So I'm expecting some type of pattern here to morph into existence, because now you're below that 36 period moving average. You're below that. So the congestion is not yet resolved. You got to wait for that. But if I zoom out, guys, let's I'm on the daily chart. What type of damage do we have on the daily chart? Well, we still lost that rising support line here. That's not, and here I still have my wall at, here's 3843. It's no man's land, right? It's just going sideways. Now the moving averages are starting to coil. That's now on the daily. So that's a 12-day and the 36-day moving average. That's that red line's the 36-day, the blue line the 12. So we're going sideways, which is beautiful, which is going to create possibly the next low risk entry for people who are on the sidelines. They'll probably get another chance once the sideways pattern. You see, like this beautiful sideways pattern, how the moving averages catch up.